This might be the worst Super Bowl I ever watched. Before you old heads say, oh, what about the 1969 Packers and the Raiders? Yeah, I wasn't even born yet, buddy. Matter of fact, my parents weren't even born. But the only Super Bowl in recent years that is just as bad as this one is probably the Seahawks and Broncos in 2013. The Seahawks forced 4 turnovers in that game and beat the Broncos 43-8, and the Eagles basically did the same thing. So here are 4 things I noticed from the Chiefs and Eagles game. Number 1, that defensive line is something serious. The last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, they brought a pretty good defense. In 2022, they led the league in sacks with 70, but that sack-hungry unit actually never took down Patrick Mahomes, not even once in that Super Bowl. And with 2 years to regroup, GM Howie Roseman rebuilt that defensive line that carried this game. The Eagles shut down the Chiefs' offense in the first half and affected Mahomes enough to force turnovers. Mahomes was pretty much pressured all game, and he was sacked 6 times. But the crazy part is that the Eagles didn't blitz not one single time. It was just a 4-man pressure. In the first half, Mahomes had 33 yards passing and 2 interceptions, which is absolutely insane. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes is actually human. Mahomes probably had 3 plays that looked a little Mahomey. His first completion of the game, his long pass to Xavier Worthy, and that backhanded flip to Travis Kelce on a scramble when the game was pretty much already over. Besides those plays, Mahomes left his superpowers in Kansas City, and with the Eagles' constant pressure, he threw several inaccurate passes, and it seemed he never fully settled into the game, and he made a couple awful decisions resulting in interceptions. It looked very similar to when he played against the Tampa Bay Bucks, which was another game in which a superior defense dominated Kansas City. Number 3, Cooper DeJean is him. In 1947, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball, becoming the first black player in the 20th century, and Cooper DeJean is doing it in 2025. Heading into the draft, most people thought he wasn't good enough to be a corner and that he should switch to safety, and we all know why. It's because he's white. Now, everyone will remember his pick 6 that put the Eagles ahead by 17 points. But Cooper DeJean also made a big play earlier into the game, on the Chiefs' first possession when he cut down Xavier Worthy in the open field for a minimal gain. Cooper DeJean also became the first player in NFL history to record a pick 6 on his birthday. Number 4, the Chiefs fall short of history. On paper, the Eagles had the more talented roster, besides quarterback and maybe tight end. But the Chiefs' history of success and the existence of Patrick Mahomes required everyone to take them seriously. History mattered too. Kansas City was trying to become the first team to three-peat in NFL history. In the end, the talent difference played a huge role. Because of the presence of some highly paid stars for the Chiefs like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and Joe Thuney, Kansas City has been forced to cut corners with their roster, and it showed against an elite team. The Chiefs need to add a few pieces to help them get back, because Mahomes can only cover up so much. In the end, this Super Bowl was a brutal reminder that even the great Patrick Mahomes isn't invincible. The Eagles' dominant defensive line exposed the Chiefs' weaknesses, proving that talent and depth matters just as much as superstar power. While Mahomes had his moments, he simply couldn't overcome the relentless pressure. Meanwhile, Cooper DeJean made history and silenced his doubters, cementing his place as a rising star. As for the Chiefs, their quest for a three-peat fell short. Now they face a critical offseason where they must address their roster limitations. If they want to get back to the top, they'll need to surround Patrick Mahomes with the right pieces. Otherwise, this game may be a sign of things to come. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.